have access to houses.
If you could please summarize so that we can get a response to that
Mr. Chair,
argument.
as per the practice in this House, if there is limitation of debate, it is done before a member takes the floor. And in the committee of the whole, Mr. Chair, we have agreed that when you propose a question, any member has a right to comment on that proposal.
Senator,
and therefore, Mr. Chair, if you would allow me, just my normal 15 minutes, if there is need for limitation of debate, that motion can be passed or that motion can be made after I've finished my submission. Those are the rules of this House. Those are not the rules of government. Those are the rules of this House. And when we are discussing a matter so important to Kenyans, we cannot be casual about application of the law, and the chair cannot be directed to commit illegalities and unconstitutional behavior.
Senator
when I
Kajon.
took the floor, I was entitled to 15 minutes to discuss the proposal. If any member wants to limit debate, you can only do it after I've sat down. Those are the rules of the House, and they are in this blue
Senator
document.
Kajon.
They are not in any political party document. Mr. Chair,
Senator
if you allow
Kajon.
me, in 15 minutes, I will be done with my comments on the new clause 42B. And I will yield
Senator
the floor
Kajwang, we
to
are in
other
the
members
committee
to make
of the
their
whole.
comments.
Senator Kajwang, we're in the committee of the whole.
Mr. Chairman,
When you are
committee
making
of the whole, when you propose the question, all of us have a right to comment on that question. And that is why we were requesting that you go a little bit slow between proposing the question and putting the question. Mr. Chair, those are the rules of this House. Those are the rules of
What is your point of order, Senator
And if
Cheriot?
Senator Cheriot feels outwitted, then it is what it is. These are the rules of the House.
The mic. Give me the mic. Mr. Chairperson. Mr. Chairperson, there's only one chairperson. I hope so. I hope there is only one chairperson. Protect me from hecklers in the House, Mr. Speaker. I want to address you. Mr. Speaker, I want to address you in total silence.
Let's, just one more. I should be,
Chairperson.
I will ask him. I have given him the point of order. Let him proceed. We'll listen to him in silence. I'm sure before he sits down, he will make that very clear. What is your point of order?
Thank you, Chairperson, for protecting me. Number one, Mr. Speaker, I take great exception in the conduct of Senator Kajwang. If it was another senator, I would have assumed that probably he doesn't know the traditions of this House and what we do in third reading. Senator Kajwang is not only being cheeky, because I watched him when he walked into the House, and I could hear him clearly tell his colleagues that why are you guys not filibustering? I knew. Mr. Speaker, can you protect me? Mr. Speaker, I am not in a mood to engage in a heckling debate.
We will find out.
Mr. Speaker, can you protect me?
You are protected, Senator Cheriot.
So the point is this. Senator Kajwang knows that in third reading, you try to persuade people why you are not in supportive of the proposed amendment. In a quick, witty comment, hardly beyond a minute, Mr. Speaker, and you give opportunity to the chairperson or the person that is moving that amendment to convince you why that amendment is important. This is not a debate stage, Mr. Speaker.
Senators, let us, just one moment before, can we conclude on Senator Kajwang's issue? What's your point of order, Senator Sifuna?
Chair, thank you for... Chair, I would like the attention of the Chair, please. Chair, I wanted to draw your attention to Standing Order 185. Mr. Chair, allow me to read. General application of rules in Committee of the Whole, except as otherwise provided in these standing orders. The same rules of order and of debate for the conduct of business shall be observed in the Committee of the Whole in the Senate. Mr. Speaker, therefore, nobody should rise up to tell you that there are traditions. Traditions are only applied where there is no express provision of the standing orders. So Honorable Kajwang is within his right, Mr. Speaker, even in committee of the House. I am surprised somebody who's told us many times that he's doing the third term in this House has no idea which standing orders he's referring to. And Mr. Speaker, when somebody stands up on a point of order, Mr. Speaker, you must insist on which standing order he is rising. I have read the law of this House. We will not be threatened by old people here that you have been here 10 times, but you can't read very simple English. Mr. Speaker, therefore, allow us to debate in the normal fashion, because that is what the law says. Mr. Chairman, do not be intimidated by anybody telling you they were elected before your grandfather was born. We are all here now. And Mr. Chairman, we are subject to the same rules. We must speak in accordance with the Constitution and in accordance with the standing orders, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, nobody should come here to tell us about traditions of which community. The traditions of the House are dictated by the standing orders. So I dare anybody else to stand up and read.
Order, senators. Order, senators. Order, senators, order, order. Let us have some order. Order, senators. No, order, senators. Order, sit down. Okay, sit down, Sifuna. Sit down, Senator Abbas. No more, Senator. No more point of orders. No, senators. I cannot allow, because it is going out of hand. Not on this same matter. Is it on the same matter? Okay, Senator Mogeni, go ahead. Order, Senator, one moment. Let's hear what he has to say.
You know, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I've said on this floor that I have tremendous respect for Senator Cheruiyot, and I've said he's a young senator who has a very bright future. But when he starts shouting at us, it's not right. Because you need to allow us to hear what your point of order, and you also give us a chance. Mr. Speaker, we are in this House because we drive our powers from the Constitution. And yes, so Mr. Speaker, Senator Sifuna has made reference to Standing Order 185. But Mr. Speaker, the article I want you to bear in mind is Article 124 of the Constitution. Article 124, Mr. Speaker, states that each House of Parliament may establish committees and standing orders for the orderly conduct of its proceedings, including the proceedings of committees. So the standing order that Senator Sifuna has read has a bearing on what is happening, Mr. Speaker. The same standing orders that allow us to raise issues when we are legislating, it flows from a power that is donated to you by Article 124 of the Constitution. And Mr. Speaker, maybe it's high time some of us moved to court to challenge some of these standing orders that limit our right to make contributions on behalf of the people of Nyamira, of Homa Bay, of Nairobi, who have elected us.
Thank you, Senator. Is your point made?
Can you protect him from Senator Cherege? So, Mr. Speaker,
let's hear him in silence.
When you read Article 124, and don't make in Section 2A, don't make us go back there. We are now operating under a new Constitution, 2010. Senator Cherege, my friend, there are Kenyans who died to put this Constitution in place. No, we have to lecture you because we have to remind you. We have to remind you history. We have to remind you. So, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. So, okay, Senator, order.
Mr. Speaker.
Order, senators.
We are in this house
Can you
by
conclude?
virtue of powers that is bestowed on us by the Constitution. That
Thank
the
you.
people of Kenya passed the Kenya Constitution of 2010.
Thank you, Senator.
You have
I've
under this article, Mr. Speaker, under the article I've read it to you, you have no right to limit us.
Thank you,
have no right
Senator.
to-
Thank you, Senator. Let me make a ruling so that we can have a way forward. I have to make a ruling so that you can either proceed or not. I have to make a ruling, Senator Kajwang, on this matter. And the ruling also touches on the issues you raised. So, honorable senators, I believe what has been raised by the learned senators in this House, who are very aware of the standing orders, and whatever understanding orders that they've raised, and the clauses that they've raised on the matter touching on the Constitution, it is very clear that even the standing orders are applied alongside the traditions and practices of this House. When we are in a committee of the whole, intervention should be very brief, and there is no time limitation. It is just meant to be a very brief intervention. The same way when we're in the standing, can we hear in silence? Silent, Senator Argay. When we're in the committee of the whole, it's the same way that we don't have a seconder for anything that is moved or any question that is put. This said, senators, we will proceed as we were proceeding, and if there is any clause that you want to make an intervention, we will give you an opportunity, but be very brief on the matter. Senator Kajwang, you may not stand. Senator Kajwang. Senator Kajwang, you have raised, can I finish my ruling? Can I finish my ruling? You had concluded and you had raised your matter, Senator Kajwang. You had raised a matter on clause 42B. At this point, I will give Senator Abbas an opportunity to address the issues you had raised. It's only one sentence. It's only one sentence. How can he have not been finished? Senator Kajwang, why don't you listen to the reply? Let's listen to the Senator Kajwang, you had spoken for a good 5 minutes before we interrupted you. No, Senator Kajwang, I will not sit. Let Senator Abbas reply to your issue. Let him.
Okay, order, let me give it a rationale. Let me explain myself. Let me give it a rationale. I will explain myself. Let me explain.
Senator Abbas, address the chair.
Okay. Honorable Speaker, Clause 242B limits the individual owning only one or more houses, unit under the Act. This measure prevents the concentration of units in few hands and ensures equitable distribution among the intended beneficiaries. You could have 100 wives. I'm explaining myself. I'm explaining myself. You could have 100 wives. You could have 10 wives. You could have 100 children. There is no need. You can always buy only one house. we are taking care of the interest of those guys. You should take care of the interest of those guys. Okay. I'm saying, Honorable Speaker, that these houses are meant for the poor people, the low-income houses, and there is no way you can buy 100 houses at the same time. Therefore, this collapse justifies. Yes. Okay. Order. I'm not talking about the collapse. I'm explaining myself. I'm saying
Senators, please sit down.
42B limits. 42B limits individuals to own only one affordable house. Under the Act, these measures prevent the concentration. Order. Relax. Let me explain myself. The joint. Where?
Order, senators.
I am on the floor.
Sit down.
I am on the floor. I am on the floor. I should be given time.
Sit down.
Speaker, I'm on the floor.
Sit down.
Let him read that one.
Commissioner, sit down. Sit down.
Wacha asome hiyo 181. Mwambie yeye mwenyewe asome. Wacha asome.
Sit down.
Wacha asome.
Nani?
181 wacha asome.
Ngoja.
Asome 181.
Down.
About the process.
Sit down. Majority leader, sit down. Sit down.
Malizi hata
Sit down. Okay. Senator Kajwang, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Senator, order. Senators, honorable senators, I'm not sure if Senator Kajwang was in the House when I made a ruling about justification and any interventions in the House will be limited for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. No. I did. I made that ruling in this House. Yes. I said 2 minutes. No, I gave 2 minutes. So, Senator Kajwang, as a way forward, we will listen to Abbas, and then I'll give you an opportunity, not more than 2 minutes, to say what you have to say. Senator Abbas.
Wait. Okay, honorable speakers, senators, let me explain myself. 42B is meant to safeguard, so every Kenyan must have a house, affordable houses.
let him finish.
Order, my friend. Yeah, I'm not addressing you.
Senator Abbas, address the chair.
Okay. Honorable Speaker, I'm justifying why we're saying limiting these houses to one person, for one individual, one house. Because you can own 100 wives, you can have 10 kids, you can have 20 kids, but what they're saying is these houses are meant for the poor people and for the low-income houses, guys. If we say that we allow everybody to buy what he wants, then everybody will not get everything what he wants. What we want is those poor people to get what they want. So these houses can be equally distributed. For that is the justification of this clause.
Senator